What will the Regional Innovation Center for Raw Materials bring to Albania? What is the expectation?
Yes, thank you for the question. EIT RawMaterials is the European, if not world-leading network in the raw materials sector. And we are bringing together education with innovation, technology and business. And in this capacity, we are closely collaborating with the Albanian government to have a good understanding about how to further deploy and develop the potential of the Albanian raw materials sector to Europe and to the industry. Albania is rich of raw materials, rich of talents, and has a potential that is not yet tapped. So therefore, our expectation would be that over time, we succeed in positioning Albania in the European map of the raw materials sector to also bring them together from an expectation standpoint with the industry and have Albania becoming a major player in the sector with the potential of the country.
Will it encourage foreign investments in this sector, turning into priority and with higher contribution to the economy?
It all depends, but we are very confident that the roadmap and the structure that we are going to build together with the Albanian government and the Regional Innovation Center can set up a strategy that is underpinning the attractiveness of the sector also to investors and to off-takers. So as I mentioned before, it is quite important not only to dig into the ground and take raw materials out of this, but it's quite important to think a bit more strategically about which fields Albania wants to play on the raw materials sector and in which areas there is value to deepen the value chain and go also into the processing activities, adding added value that at the same time can create attractiveness for investors and act like a magnet also to the outside world.
How does Albania position itself in the region and the EU with this innovative center? What will be the impact on employment?
Difficult to say what the impact on employment will be, but when I'm thinking about, and I hope I'm rightly informed, that many years ago the Albanian raw materials sector was contributing with 35% to the GDP, and today I heard it's only 5%. There is a huge upside potential to develop this sector forward with more than 500 mining projects in the country, and qualifying those development potentials, making them happen and bringing them to fruition will mean automatically that this will create an attractiveness to the sector and will also help the employment of people in the sector. This together with the education and training activities to also teach the younger generation that raw materials is not like a brown stuff, but it's rather something that today can be very much technologically driven, can be high-tech, can be very attractive for the next generation, makes me believe that we can be confident to making this sector also attractive for the next generation and keep the ones that are working today in the sector.
So we are very lucky to have this center here in Albania.
We are very lucky and happy as EIT RawMaterials, and we hope to celebrate this together with you and all the stakeholders around this innovation center. There is one more aspect on the region of the Western Balkans, and seeing how committed Albania is to the raw materials sector, it goes through multiple levels on not only the younger generation to get more motivated and fascinated, excited about the sector, but it has also some kind of a leading role that can create a certain fellowship within the region, as Albania is acting here, if I might say so, like a first mover in the sector. We have no other country in the Western Balkans that, of course there are some others that are engaged in the raw materials sector, but that is showing such a strong commitment, top down in a positive sense, from the highest ranks of the government to the industry, with a clear segregation of privatizing the sector whilst keeping the regulatory challenges on the level of the government. I think this can be very encouraging as an example and as a lead role also for other countries and regions of the Western Balkan, as I said.
Thank you for your interview.
Thank you very much.